Hello, and welcome to the Music Shack Podcast. This week it's episode number 12. This time you're joined by myself, Bruce.
Ron.
And Ed.
Alright, let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
So, starting off with our billboards like we do every week, we
Yep.
have the Album 100 chart. We have at number 1, Legends Never Die by Juice WRLD.
Okay.
Very good album. Number 2
Should
is...
be number 1.
Yes. Number 2 is Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon by Pop Smoke.
Another good one. Is it the deluxe or the original?
It is... I can't tell.
Okay.
Number 3 is the Hamilton soundtrack,
Oh,
which I'm not surprised at.
sorry to hear.
Number 4 is My Turn by Lil Baby. That's a problem.
Technical difficulties over there, Ron?
Yeah, my phone doesn't want to work for some reason.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a storm.
Everything is dying now, Ron. Don't you
Yeah,
know
that's
that?
true.
I'm gonna hate editing this podcast.
I know you will.
Yeah, so we had Legends Never Die, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, the Hamilton soundtrack, My Turn by Lil Baby, Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone at number 5, Blame It On Baby by Da Baby at number 6, Fine Line by Harry Styles at number 7, Life on Earth EP by Summer Walker, which is a new entry at number 8, After Hours by The Weeknd at number 9, and The Goat by Polo G at number 10. And that'll be our albums for the week.
Going on to the Hot 100, we've got Rockstar by The Baby, featuring Roddy Ricch. Come and Go by Juice WRLD and Marshmello. What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow. Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. Wishing Well by Juice WRLD. Savage by Megan Thee Stallion. Conversations by Juice WRLD. Roses by St. John. Life's a Mess by Juice WRLD and Halsey, which actually went up 65 spots.
I mean, that album's really good.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like 4 songs on that list now.
And Hate the Other Side by Juice WRLD and Marshmello.
Yeah, that is a good album.
Yeah.
Highly, highly recommend.
Alright, moving on to the artists. Number 1's Juice WRLD, in case anyone was shocked or not.
Couldn't tell.
It's a Juice WRLD kind of week.
It's a shame he's not here to be able to celebrate this.
This is true.
Number 2 is Pop Smoke, another person who ain't with us. Number 3 is BTS, who are with us. Hopefully they're celebrating that. Harry Styles is number 4. Lil Baby's number 5. Da Baby's number 6. Number 7's Post Malone. Number 8, Luke Combs. Number 9, The Weeknd. And number 10, Roddy Ricch.
He's still holding top 10.
He's
holding in there somehow.
Good for him.
he's having a great run this year, man.
He is.
So
Why don't we start with... How about I start this week? 'Cause I think we started with you guys the last 2.
All right, go right ahead. What do you got for us?
is Ron
this
allowed
time?
to start?
So for this week, I have an album by Rumahoy called Time to Party. This is joke pirate metal at its finest.
And it is beautiful, might I add.
This album is when you want to listen to the metal genre and you don't want anything serious, you just want to laugh. Because that's what this is.
It was too goofy for me, to be honest with you, but I can see the fun in it. Like,
I'm mad it's only 10 songs.
Like, 'cause I listen to a lot of weird shit for my own personal enjoyment. And, like, I can see the enjoyment in it, but I personally didn't get any enjoyment out of it. So,
Yeah. I'm just mad it's 10 songs. Like,
I got you.
there needs to be more. There needs to be at least 12 on here. Or something. One of my favorites was Treasure Gun.
Okay.
Because for me, it was the chorus that got me.
All right.
Poop Deck Party, Harambe the Pirate Gorilla.
Um,
That's another good one.
I gotta say, my favorite was Cowboys of the Sea.
Yeah. There's just so much. It's such a good album. Like, people say the metal genre is too serious. I'm like, exhibit A of why it's not. Because this is honestly, like I said, it's joke pirate metal, but it's so good. It's also their second album, I think.
yeah.
So they got something going, and I want more.
There you go.
And I also had a new song from Fame on Fire. This is
Yes.
their most recent single off of Levels,
I enjoyed that song more than I
Called-
enjoyed your pirate metal.
called Not Dead Yet. And this actually premiered the day we're recording this, which is July 22nd. And it's very, very good. This is actually the vocalist's favorite song off of the album, too.
Gotcha.
But I cannot wait for this to drop, this whole thing. It's 13 songs, technically 12 songs of just... It's going to be gold the entire time. So I am very, very excited. Definitely, I highly recommend checking it out. I've talked about enough of them on this podcast. I will continue to do it. Not Dead Yet is basically a song about depression and having mental health issues and that kind of stuff, which is typically what I seem to find. But hey, it's still good music, so I highly recommend. But that is what I have.
All right.
Would you like to go ahead?
I would love to go. I recommended
Go where?
Kyle's new album, See You When I'm Famous.
This is really good.
It's a fun album to listen to.
It is. This is a very fun album.
One of the songs that I really enjoyed off this album was Girls, which is a flip of the Beastie Boys song, which is also called Girls.
Yes.
And I thought Rico Nasty's verse was hilarious.
I liked What It Is a lot too.
What It Is was good.
Let's see, what else was there?
Yes, which we talked about.
We talked about
months
Yes
ago.
before. That I still love that song.
Yes.
I was happy that it was on here. It's a very fun album.
It is.
I like Bouncin' too.
Bouncing's good too. Yes.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very, very upbeat for what it for hip hop in a sense.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what Kyle is. Kyle's like a upbeat alternative, like
Okay,
to
has me curious now.
what you generally get from hip hop. Joey Badass dropped 3 tracks under the name The Light Pack. First song, The Light, was good. Very solid rap song. Kind of felt like late 90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
More towards the late 90s in his sound. No Explanation featuring Pusha T, which I think is the best out of the 3. But I also am a huge fan of Pusha T, so that might be why. And Shine was another very solid song. So it's a 3-pack, and it's just a great piece to listen to. Again, that's called The Light Pack. And there were songs added to Pop Smoke's Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon.
What was added?
What was added?
Yes.
They added... You gotta do math here. So, the last song on the original was Dior,
Right.
right? And now there's 34 songs on the deluxe version.
Holy
shit.
Like, it's good. There's no real standouts from my perspective. But yeah, it's a solid extension to the album. But yeah, if you got a road trip to go on and you like Pop Smoke, I
Go
definitely recommend this album.
I might have to
The
go
deluxe
through
version.
I might have to go through the other half, as it's going to be called now.
The other.
Yes.
That's a lot of songs.
It's
a
like
lot.
14 songs.
Yeah, that's a full another album.
Yeah. It is a full other album.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's dope.
I'm interested, so I might do it. That might be later in the week.
All right, and I have 2 albums. I've got Monsters by The Midnight, which
I like this one.
it was a beautiful album to just listen to.
I liked Prom Night a lot.
That one was a fun one to listen to. I gotta say,
It was very different from what the rest of the album gives you.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, 2 of my favorites were probably America Online and Night Skies. Those two ones were just fun. The entire album was just something amazing to just be listening to no matter what you're doing.
Yeah. I like the intro part, too.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Bunch of... it's titled 1991. It's literally just early internet dial-up tones.
Yeah.
So it basically kind
And
of...
Windows.
It basically booted you up into the song.
America Online, which is, I feel like that was a fitting intro.
Yes. Yeah, very fitting for America Online.
Yes.
And then the other album I have is New Rave.
Didn't care for this.
Nah.
No, I played it, and it's like, what, 4 songs?
Yeah.
I played it, and it got to the end of it, I'm like, oh, it's over? Okay. It just felt like one continuous piece, broken up in segments.
It was definitely nice to listen to.
It was not for me.
I enjoyed it, but no real standout, to be honest with you.
They actually also put out an extended album, which takes it from being like about 12 minutes to being like maybe 16 minutes.
Really?
The entire album, yeah.
So they had just like one more song.
No, every song was just like a minute longer.
Ah.
So they just played around with the song a little bit more. Basically just extended it a little bit longer.
Okay.
That's all they did.
Yeah, it just something about it just didn't click with me. Like I said, it sounded like one thing for, I guess, 12 minutes.
So, we talked about Tomorrowland last week.
Yes.
And while we're on the discussion of electronic music, W&W dropped a new song called Comin' to Get Ya.
Oh?
And it just put me right in that vibe. I'm like, yo, somebody better spin this shit. Like, oh my god, bro. It's definitely one that needs to be spun at a festival. Like,
it's got that right atmosphere to it.
Yes.
I love when specifically, like, when artists or bands will specifically make a song for that type of environment.
Yeah.
It just shows you, like, that they understand that people like doing that kind of stuff and that they are willing to do it.
Yeah.
Instead of the ones that don't get on stage.
Well, W&W, they make I think that's pretty much all they make.
Right.
Like, it's like for like the big stage, but
yeah, because there are artists that will not get on stage half the time because that's not what they do.
Yeah.
And I feel like not doing it, leaves an aspect out of their music that people want. Usually, not everybody is into that kind of thing, but there are hundreds of thousands of people that are. So, which is why I like Attila on the song Mosh Pit, because they actually have a part in I think it's the last verse, which is the closer part of the song, where Franz talks about people not getting on stage. So it's
okay.
Say you love the music, but it's I can't remember it off the top of my head at the moment, and I know it, but he pretty much like calls those kinds of people out that don't get on stage and make music and say they love it, but yeah, to have that aspect's really nice. That's why I like. So it's why I like metal groups a lot too. Is they understand the whole idea of going ape shit, and they'll cater to it. So.
And while we're still on electronic, I have Sandstorm redone by Pixel Terror, which I actually showed you guys just before we started recording.
Yes.
I like it. I'm not usually big on remixes, but I like that one.
Yeah, I was a big fan of it, especially with the way they remix the drops and whatnot.
Yes. Especially the big drop everybody knows.
It just felt like it fits so well with the style they put it into.
Yeah. It's like I said, I don't usually do remixes, especially like in general. Like, I don't like the Hollywood Undead remixes. I don't like any general remix of a pop song or a hip hop song or anything. But I like this one, even though it's purely electronic, that type of thing. But it was good. I liked it. I also just like Sandstorm because
it's Sandstorm.
Plus Aaron Hansen's fucking meme of it. That's great too. Yeah, it's, I don't know, something about it. But and you brought up Tomorrowland. I want to bring up the Better Noise Festival that I also told you about at the same time. Not what I was expecting.
In a good way or a bad way?
Bad way.
Oh, shit.
Only because it said it was a live event that they were going to do. And it was a charity event, so you could just tune in for it. I think it was a lot of pre-recorded stuff for that. And it wasn't like them actually getting set up and doing it. Which kind of upset me a little bit. Because some of the bands that were performing in quotations were videos from like live shows, especially from Motley Crue. Which that one made sense because it's Crue.
Yeah.
But like Bad Wolves and stuff like that were just, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was actually them. It was just like a pre-recorded thing they had made for that event. So it was kind of disappointing in that regard. But I liked what they played. So at least it had, you know, the music aspect of it was enjoyable. Just the event itself was not what I expected it to be. So because, you know, I paid to watch Tomorrowland, like I have a ticket. It's supposed to happen Saturday. Cannot fucking wait. I'll be at work, but I'll be listening to it while I'm at work for sure. I decided I got did a live show type thing, and I was a little upset watching it because you know me, I got damn decks behind me. When I'm watching a DJ play a live set, depending on what type of mood I'm in, sometimes I'm in a mood just to dance and enjoy it. Other times I want to fucking Hawkeye that deck. Well, dude don't have headphones on, and I was in the mood to Hawkeye the deck, and I'm staring, and I'm watching him sit there, and he's playing, everything he was playing was off the one deck, and he's spinning the the turntable on the other side, like he's searching for something. Like, what are you searching for? You ain't got headphones on. like he's acting like he's got something queued up, right, and he's tapping on that side, and the next song drops on the other one. I'm like, yeah. Wow.
I'm like, bro, come on now, man.
Rule number one of DJing: gotta have a pair of headphones.
You can't trail mix when you're. You can't trail mix when you can't hear it. When the camera is on the deck.
Yeah.
It's different. Like when you're at a festival and you bring out the trail mix, everybody's in the fucking crowd high off their fucking asses.
Yeah.
Like, but I was a little upset about that.
Yeah, I can tell.
So,
I've actually got another album that I didn't tell you guys about, but love to talk about.
Deceit.
Yes, I lied to you this time. But
this is why we're finding a replacement for you. He's going to talk about nothing but country music, so we can't be lied to about electronic music.
Well, this is Gaslighter by the Chicks.
Oh, their new album. I seen it and I didn't click.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I think you guys should watch it or listen to it.
Watch it.
Yes, we're gonna watch an album.
Yes, watch it grow, just like you watch paint dry.
Yeah, I remember we covered the song "Gaslighter" months ago, and it was okay.
Yeah,
it was actually really good for their style at the time.
All right.
Also, I love how they changed their name from the Dixie Chicks to the Chicks.
Oh, okay. They took Dixie out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they used to be just Dixie Chicks, and now they're the Chicks.
There's another country group that actually changed their name. They took, I think it was Lady Annabella. I think was the name of it, or something
Lady
like that.
Antebella.
Yeah, I know they took the Antebella out of it, or changed it, or did something different with it, because apparently it had racial undertones.
I don't see how, but all right.
All right then.
Well, we don't know much about Southern culture.
Fair.
So, and I know me, but I don't necessarily know you two. Any of you is a part of any racist cults?
No.
Okay, cool. So,
and here at the Music Shack podcast, we do not condone such things.
No, we do not. Or otherwise, one of you may have known what the fuck the racist undertone was in that, but or not. Who knows? But yeah. Want to get on to things that we've been listening to that isn't necessarily relevant? The irrelevant relevance?
Sure, let's go ahead.
I've been listening to a lot of JID and Earth Gang. And W&W, especially after listening to their,
Put you in a mood.
That's where I've been and work.
A lot of Crystal Lake. A lot of Crystal Lake.
Okay then.
The Hades specifically. Fucking 2 references in it. The second one I didn't catch, and you told me about that.
Yes.
But I was so focused on the instrumental breakdown that I didn't pay attention to that part.
What I thought was funny, I mean, maybe I didn't scroll down far enough, but most of the comments were about the Slipknot reference.
Yeah.
About the 555.
Yeah, if you're 555, then I'm 666. I love that everybody screamed the 666 part.
Yes. And I noticed, maybe I didn't scroll far enough down, but as I was scrolling down, I didn't see anyone pick up on the Jay-Z reference, which is, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I was shocked that nobody caught that, because that...
The way he screams that,
but
though,
then again,
you kind of almost can't understand it, so that's probably why, and that's probably why I didn't get it. Because it is it is hard, a little difficult to understand it, because of the way he does it. But when I went back, I realized it was there.
It caught me off guard. Because, when I heard that, I was like, what other references?
Yeah, what other references do they have?
And I heard that, and I was like, ooh.
I love, the big breakdown of that song.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I was mowing my neighbor's lawn when I was playing it, because I was giving that album a try. That song came on, and I'm about halfway done her yard. And the breakdown hit, I'm like, oh shit. So I'm sitting there headbanging while I'm mowing the grass. Looking like an idiot.
It happens.
Well, it's a good way to do it, so.
I usually do it that way when I'm mowing, just because it's easier and pass the time. Especially with her yard, a little bigger. But
recently I've been listening to Horizons by Beyond the Black again.
Oh, wow.
It's not a surprise to anyone, really.
No.
I'm shocked.
I've been listening to Fate by Five Finger Death Punch again.
I love that album.
This is an amazing album. And I've been listening to a lot of Iron Maiden again.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The one song I've been starting every playlist with has been The Number of the Beast.
That's a good one.
Damn. How many times is...
Black Veil Brides with Restitch These Wounds. There's only 2 songs right now, which is Perfect Weapon and Sweet Blasphemy, but I've been playing those a lot lately too, just because I love the first album. And hearing the remaster of that is so good. I can't wait for that to come out. Falling in reverse a little bit with Carry On.
No.
So I've been kind of sticking to that. Nothing too extreme.
Sorry to hear.
A couple songs by Black Bear, because a friend of mine happens to like Black Bear, and the 2 songs she sent me to listen to are actually not bad. Which one of them is Hot Girl Bummer, and the other one was... Give me 1 second. The other one was Do Re Mi.
Oh, okay.
So I had those. That's pretty much all I got that I've been listening to.
Oh, another band I've actually been listening to again recently was Van Canto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're not a band that I can listen to every single day, but it's something I can definitely sprinkle in with all the other metal I'm listening to.
Yeah, what's really cool about them is all of the guitar work and stuff is made by their voices.
They're almost a pure a cappella band, but they need to have drums.
Yeah, they need an actual drum kit, because they've auditioned people for the drums, and they've passed out every time. Because it's so intensive. And a lot of it's cover songs, basically. But
they have some original songs, and they're all amazing. You can tell the difference between their cover songs and their original, because their original songs don't have drums.
Yes. But yeah, so they're actually quite interesting in that regard.
They're a great band to listen to.
Yes.
I'm gonna say 2 of my favorite songs by them are Fear of the Dark, which is an amazing cover they've done, and Night of the King. I forget exactly what it's called. Last Night of the King, I think it is. Those are my 2 favorite songs they do.
We want to get into albums?
Sure.
All right. So, slated for the 24th, we got House by Lupe Fiasco.
What's in the box?
Kaylee. House. Anyway. And Kayleen Ellis. Fuck Love by Kid Laruri. The Curbside Commentator Channel 2 by E40.
Oh, okay.
Donna by Kanye West. Wanna Deluxe by Ghana.
Oh, interesting.
That's a nice twist.
The Outrunners Currency.
Okay.
And No Pressure Logic.
But is it Under Pressure?
Light week for hip hop.
It's funny that you bring up Kanye West because I have news about that. I don't know much about it, but I have news.
No, you don't.
For July 24th, for metal and hard rock in general, we have the Acacia Strain, which I'm interested in, with Slow Decay. We have Blackballed with Elephant in the Room. Bulb with Archives, Volume 5. Garia, I believe is what it's pronounced as. I could be butchering. With Limbo. And then Gostaberling Saga with Concrete Music. And then we have Haken with Virus, which I'm also interested in. Judicator with Let There Be Nothing. Let Us Pray with Virtues of the Vicious. And then Morse Portnoy and George with Cover to Cover Anthology, Volume 1 to 3. So that's actually interesting. And then we have Neck Deep with All Distortions Are Intentional. Primal Fear with Metal Commando. Valkyrie with Fear. And Vulturian with Xenogenesis. So there's quite a bit here. But I like I said, the Acacia Strain I am interested in. Because I know the name. I've heard good things. So I'll be trying that one out.
You've heard good things?
Yes.
Do they have good other stuff?
I will let you know. What you got, Bruce?
Alright. Hold on, it's coming up real quick. Page is still fucking loading.
Damn.
Jeopardy music.
Bruce has looting. So, where are we with this Kanye news you have for us?
Well, a while ago he had talked about doing a rock album.
Yes, he did.
And he is still, I think he's still going through with that because it's now come up recently.
Okay.
So
is it going to be a Christian rock album? Is it? You never know with Kanye.
I have no idea.
You never know.
I'm curious, the least, because it's Kanye West, and anything involving Kanye West is either a train wreck or decent.
Yes.
So
or very good.
Yes.
He does have some albums out there that are very good.
Which is usually his earlier stuff.
That's what I'm referring to. College Dropout.
And the fact that he's doing a rock album.
808 and Heartbreaks.
It just has me curious as to what the hell he's gonna make it sound like. Because he could have a hip hop influence to it, or it could just be straight pure rock and roll. But who knows?
It could be Body Count, or it could be.
If it's anything like Body Count, I'll be even more impressed and more pleased. But we'll see. I don't know when he's doing it. I don't know when it's. But I'll be curious.
I'm just trying to imagine like Kanye West singing, like rock wise, or metal wise. I don't believe so, but it would be shocking, dude, if like he has like insane gutturals and shit. Like,
you better be doing it the right way then.
Be like, what the fuck?
Better do it the right way and not kill his voice if he wants to have a career.
I think it's just gonna be because, Jay-Z didn't do it.
I mean, Jay-Z did the collaboration with Linkin Park.
Yeah.
So that was the closest we got, I think.
So since we're recording on Wednesday, the website I would normally go to for
new
music and whatnot that they would announce for Friday, they haven't updated yet.
These people are garbage and need to be fired.
Mhm.
All right. So that's what we have for new albums. And
Yes.
a little bit of news sprinkled in with the albums, as we did kind of through this whole podcast.
Yeah, because news is good.
Yes.
Do
Um,
we have anything else to throw in?
I don't believe
don't
so.
Then I think that about wraps it.
I mean, Madonna did get fined $1 million for supporting Russian LGBTQ. But
Oh.
you're not allowed to be in Russia and do anything that the Russian government deems not supposed to be done.
oh, okay. I guess that explains that.
Yes.
Oh, actually, well, I guess I have here is Dave Grohl apparently wants schools to be closed, which, I mean, that's understandable, especially with the coronavirus being around still.
Mm-hmm.
And Metallica is being accused of copying One, so...
Wait,
Because they covered it years ago.
they covered One.
Yeah.
I
What
thought One was an original piece by them.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a cover. Last I checked, it's a cover.
Because I know they had a whole album that was covers, but I could have swore One was theirs.
Well, they're being accused of copying it. Huh. Apparently they're being accused of copying. I don't know what about it, but apparently they're being accused of copying. Which, I mean, at this point, in 2020, with older groups being accused of something,
Yeah.
with it, of some copyright, whatever, it's, weird.
I don't know, man. I mean, I understand, like, you can't sit there and you can't just copy something that somebody else has done. But in
Mhm.
other senses, like, you listen to electronic music, and if someone put a copyright on the drum pattern for drum and bass, 90% of drum and bass you would never hear because it'd all be copyright stricken.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 4 on the floor. If someone put a copyright on 4 on the floor, the only thing you'd hear that's 4 on the floor is disco. Like, after that, everything else would be copyright striked. Or reggaeton, whichever one happened first.
Reggaeton.
But yeah, that's my issue with copyrights. It
Mhm.
limits the amount of music we can actually consume.
This is also not the first time that
I understand it with lyrics, because I feel like lyrics is a little bit more personal.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit here and spit like 30 verses by Pop Smoke and no one's going to think that's okay. But if I made a beat that kind of sounded like something that somebody else made, I don't believe that should be a problem.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the big thing about copyright is it's great because it can help protect original works
Yes.
from being abused and destroyed,
Yes.
but it also limits the amount of creativity that one can use toward said work.
Yep.
So if someone likes something and they wanted to say, I like it so much, so I want to show you what I think of it,
Yeah, do their own little rendition.
and that just throws it out the window.
But sometimes you can make something that sounds almost exact to someone else's
Mm-hmm.
product
Right.
and not realize it. Like, there's
Mhm.
metal songs that I've heard where I've heard riffs and things that sounded like they're from other songs. Whether or not there's
Yeah.
copyright involved in it, I don't know.
This is not the first time they've had issues with with something of the sort.
Yeah.
Like, Metallica's been accused of a lot of shit over the years. So, I mean,
Well, Metallica's fan base was upset when they went commercial.
that's just
Like, when they
true.
went mainstream, like, that's when, like, they had their whole fan base got upset with them.
Well, they've also been accused of copying Incubus from the 80s with Moth into Flame. Because apparently there was a riff that they were accused of copying from that song. But which obviously they didn't, because...
You have 6 strings, about 13 frets.
Mm-hmm.
many different sounds can you make?
And so many different, and only so many tuning sounds.
Yeah.
Different types of tuning. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's
that's my issue with that. Like, but there's no copyright on drums.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Like, if you're a drummer, like, you could just lay down anybody's drums as long as you can do it, and no one's gonna care. The second your guitar plays somebody's riff long enough for it to be recognized, then there you go. Or
Ooh.
sounds close enough. Because I remember Justin Bieber got sued by Marvin Gaye for the vibe of a song. Or no, it wasn't Justin Bieber. It was dude with the red hair from England.
That's so specific.
I thought you people would know though.
I don't think so.
Not off the top of my head.
The pop dude, Shape of You guy.
Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Orange hair. I thought you meant like bright red hair.
It
I
took
was
me
like,
for.
what?
Yeah. I feel like that should come with an apology for how long it took. Oh shit.
I have here Elon Musk he's saying that he's working on a new thing which is a Neuralink chip for music that'll let you stream music to your brain directly.
How much is it?
I don't know. It's an implant.
Because I was actually thinking about that earlier today. I was like, how cool would it be if you could just play music in your head?
My head already does.
But think about it. The music in your head isn't as good as the music that's not in your head.
Sometimes it's better.
He says
Depends.
Because my head likes to add bass.
he is Mr. Musk, as this article puts it, which I don't like the sound of that.
That just sounds weird.
He is set to reveal new information about the mysterious startup next month, but has been slowly releasing details over Twitter in recent days. Responding to computer scientist Austin Howard, Elon confirmed that Neuralink's technology will allow people to, quote, listen to music directly from our chips, end quote. He also said that Neuralink, quote, could help control hormone levels and use them to our advantage for, like, enhanced abilities and reasoning and anxiety relief, that kind of thing. So
I'll let them experiment with it. I'll stay fine being the fucked up human being that I am.
it'll be first used to help people suffering from brain diseases,
Oh,
like
okay.
Parkinson's and stuff.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I imagine, actually, this could probably help a lot with people with tinnitus.
Most
Because
likely.
what you can do with that chip is that, because obviously with audio, if you play an inverse of said audio, you can basically cancel it out. So if you were to figure out whatever frequency someone's tinnitus rings at, and you could just play that reverse in their head, then suddenly they don't hear the ringing anymore.
Snoop Dogg and DMX are actually going to have a versus battle. Now,
Oh,
you guys know what versus is or anything like that?
kind of.
Okay, so it's where two different artists play their music and the fans decide who wins.
That's going to be a tough one.
My issue is it'd be a hard battle to listen to because you got Snoop who's like more laid back and you got DMX who's in your face, and while they both have great music, like it'd be like, you know, nice laid back, you know, chill vibe to like DMX rapping about harming somebody for no good reason, and it'd be weird. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Snoop does have songs where he's rapping very laid back and he's rap about harming people, but
It just has a different vibe to it.
yeah, exactly. It has a total different vibe, and I think the vibe clash is going to be torture to listen to. That happens tonight, July 22nd. So
Okay.
it might actually be happening now. Oh, or already happened.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
All right.
I guess
Alright.
now we can find a on the spot who won.
No. It starts at 8, so it's actually while we're recording.
Oh, look at that. It started 17 minutes ago then.
Yep. So Snoop won.
Um,
you
you know, I'm kind of not surprised, but him versus DMX, that's a hard choice.
No, that's my
my
guess.
Here, let's have you saying both of them, so then you can sound right when you edit.
There you go.
I'd rather not.
and forge the truth that you speak.
I could do that, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, I remember when I was a teenager, I loved DMX's music, but I just feel like Snoop Dogg's music ages better.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah.
Snoop Deal Double G.
But yeah.
Enough of the bullshit.
All right. Anything else? Anything to add?
I've got nothing.
He's
No.
got nothing.
I don't think I do either.
All right.
Speaking of bullshit,
Ooh.
Ooh, look at
Speaking
you,
of
transition boy.
we also do a general discussion podcast called Ish Talkers Anonymous. That is also a weekly thing we do, where we just kind of talk about whatever. It goes places.
It does.
Wherever our mind decides to flow that time.
Yes, is a 12-step program that we have somehow made progress in and also backtracked a little bit. So it will probably never we'll probably never get to step 12.
I don't know why we call it a 12-step program.
I don't know, you started that.
That was a joke,
I know.
and I don't think it ever made it to the, I think that was left on the cutting room floor,
Probably.
and we just continue bringing it up for...
It's an inside joke.
It's an inside joke that
It's just funny
that
because we
people
put the
that listen
anonymous
never
at the
got
end
to
of
hear
it,
the beginning of it.
like it's for healing.
But yeah, so once again, that is Ish Talkers Anonymous. So if you're interested in that type of thing, go give that a listen as well. But I think that about wraps up the Music Shack podcast for this week. So thank you guys again for joining us for episode 12 and the continued support. We'll be back next week with more music, more news, more upcoming albums, that type of thing. Our bread and butter, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hopefully
Player-
Bruce doesn't. We'll see if Bruce has any surprise things for us again.
Yeah, I'll give you a nice surprise. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Anyway,
But thank you guys again for being here.
yeah. Player, one love. Don't forget to mosh and rave responsibly.
If
Stay
you
safe.
can.
Yes, if you can.
And have fun and don't die.
And enjoy the noise. Or don't.
Your choice.